Now is Cath Prisk from Play England, who are behind this survey, and also the filmmaker and father David Bond, who's been all over the world to explore why children have lost their affinity with the outdoors. Sounds like a great job there, David. Catherine, let's start with you. Were you surprised by these results?
I wish I could say I was surprised. Unfortunately, every year we see the same sort of results. That, you know, when we were kids, I was growing up in the 70s, I don't know about you, I was playing outside every day. But nowadays it's getting rarer and rarer, and that many of these kids are saying they only play out once or twice a week. But we know that from parents, they see the big dangers of traffic, fear of strangers. But the big one that we were picking up this time is they're worried about what the neighbours might say. You know, they think that if their kids play outside, they're worried that somebody else is going to complain about them.
David, I mean, with your experience, do you think these are new fears, or is it just because we are looking through rose-tinted glasses and actually it's always been like this when we were growing up?
I think these are new fears. I mean, my mother's 80 and she talks about roaming in 50 square miles when she was growing up. I roamed in about 1, and my children are lucky to roam in about 20 square yards. And that movement has been driven by a massive number of barriers that have come up to separate children from the outdoors. And these are, it's a real firestorm of different things that have come together to keep children indoors, and that's very dangerous. So
is it the world's a more dangerous place, or parents are more risk-averse these days?
There's a whole heap of things underneath this. This is what Play Day today. I mean, today is Play Day. We've had 850,000 kids out playing all day, campaigning about their playful places. And this is because these stats, they don't just stand alone. It's what's underpinning them. It's why is it that mums and dads feel that they can't let their kids play outside? What we have found, though, is that when communities come together, like in a little play day, they can actually make a difference, don't you think?
It was a wonderful idea that communities could come together and accept playing more. Yeah. But at the same time, I sort of feel like maybe it's up to us as parents. We need to make the stand. I mean, I find myself sometimes being looked at as though I'm behaving strangely if I'm being playful with the children. Yeah. That other adults are sort of slightly...
And do you sometimes feel a bit embarrassed? I remember my mum saying this to me, you make me look bad if you do that. And and apparently it's a big problem these days. Do you get embarrassed by your kids, David?
No, I don't, and I'm proud not to. And I think if we were less embarrassed with them and more accepting of noise made by children, it would be better. In the film Project Wild Thing, I went back to visit the children who played in the street where I played as a child, and I was pretty free to play there. There was the occasional cranky neighbour, but they talked about an overwhelming sense of being unwelcome on streets, and that's just going to drive them into their bedrooms and onto the screens, and
Catherine,
that's a shame.
Talking about bedrooms, there's smartphones, there's computers, there's computer games, there's a lot of reasons to stay indoors these days. I mean, that's the real problem, isn't it?
It's not the real problem, but it is one of the factors. And kids are saying, you know, when they go outside, there's nobody else playing there. So what we're saying to communities is, you know, take inspiration. We've got lots of stuff on the Play England website, on the Play Day website, talking about inspiration about communities that have got together. Okay. They get kids out playing.
And just very briefly, the last few minutes, what advice would you give for parents who are watching about getting their kids out and about and playing?
I think it's as simple as just do it. It's incredibly good for them. It's fun. It's free. What can you say about that?
Catherine, for those who are a bit nervous?
Just do it. Get together with your neighbours. Have a go. Go on the Play England website, the Play Day website, and also this autumn there's a fantastic film coming out starring David called Project Wild Thing.
Every
cinema,
we'll get you back for that, guys. For now, thanks so much.